This is Frank Islam, Chairman and CEO of FI Investment Group, your host of tonight with Frank Islam. Today, our guest is Dr. Talha Siddiqui. And Dr. Siddiqui, thank you very much for coming here and thank you for your service to our country, our community, and what you do with APNA. And I will talk to you a little bit about what does it do. But before we do that, let's talk about yourself, where you come from, and your family, and what brought you to our part of the country, United States, and across the Atlantic Ocean to realize the American dream.
Well, first of all, Frank, thank you very much for inviting me to the program. I'm a first-generation immigrant in Pakistan. Even I was my family.
We all nations.
All are.
We all are immigrant.
Yes.
We came from somewhere.
And absolutely. And my family actually migrated from India to Pakistan in 1947. Okay. My mother and father. And as usual, you know, the immigrants, they have to work really hard, but their focus and their stress is on their children. And so my father was an economist, my mother was a teacher as well, a religious preacher as well. So this was ingrained in me to work hard and to be something.
And also to make sure you get a good education.
And to get a good education. Pakistan usually has a three-tier system of education. It involves, number one is, of course, the English medium, then there is the Urdu medium, and apart from that, a lot of madrasas, which do Islamic teachings. So I was sent, although I belong to a religious conservative family, my parents sent me to Karachi Grammar School, from where I did my O-levels, and after that I got admitted to Dow Medical College. And
where is that located?
Karachi.
Okay.
Karachi, Pakistan. I did I graduated from there in 1989, and after 2 years, we used to have examinations. It was called ECFMG at that time, in Karachi. So I didn't have to even come to US to give my examinations.
So you did pass the test?
I passed the test, and that was in 1991, 92.
Very good.
And I came to US.
And where did you go to school in the United States, and where did you get the training?
When I came to US, you will not believe it, I had never seen snow in my life.
You've never seen the snow in the life, but it's beautiful, Dr. Siddiqui.
It is beautiful. It is beautiful.
You have to embrace it.
Absolutely, and it was February.
But you don't want to drive it in the snows.
I didn't drive at that time, but now I do.
Okay, good.
And I lived in Canada also, so I did. And my interviews were at different places. It was like, I think about I got 12 or 13 interviews for residency program. And it happens that I landed in North Dakota, Fargo.
Fargo, North
Dakota.
Dakota.
The movie by that name as well. And I did my initial 1-year training in internal medicine from there. And then I basically wanted to do anesthesia. So I got an opportunity in a residency program in St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis University Hospital. So I spent rest of my training there.
So what are you doing now?
I'm an anesthesiologist, a board-certified anesthesiologist.
Where?
I'm basically working. I'm in private practice.
You have your own practice?
I have my own practice, and I work for endoscopy centers here in Reston, Virginia.
Reston, Virginia.
Yes, and also I am fellowship certified in interventional pain management, and I have my own private practice in Alexandria, Virginia.
Very nice, wonderful. What a wonderful story. What a successful story is, and I hope people can be inspired by your story. Did you face any kind of hostility, prejudice, and discrimination because as a foreign medical graduate?
It is amazing because you know, back home, when even I was doing a house job in our civil hospital, we had doctors from different background. And I still remember people used to make fun of them, even a lot of my friends. I mean, you know, he's from this area, he's from that area.
So the Americans are making fun?
I'm talking about Pakistan, I'm talking about Karachi. I'm talking about what happens there.
Right.
And that's what I was used to, that, I mean, if you are a minority, what you can face. When I came to US and I joined my residency program, it is amazing, hard work, pure and sheer hard work. If you are hardworking, they will appreciate you, they will promote you, and they will praise you. And this is what is important in the United States.
And so we all in this together.
Yeah.
And they believe together we can help shape a better future for America. Mm-hmm. And we can build a a fairer and stronger community. That's what the Americans believe in it.
The fairness and the appreciation which we have received in this country, of course, we have to give back. And I think
very well said. You have to give back. To give back. So, do you believe in making other people successful and be philanthropist? And do you believe in the notion that President Kennedy said, "To whom much is given, much is expected"?
I absolutely agree with it. And basically, I personally think, as far as knowledge is concerned, and as far as help is concerned, we should lend our hand to the next generation of whether it is Pakistanis or Americans, and I think a lot of organizations are working in that direction now. Finally.
So, can you tell the younger generation you mentioned, whether they're Pakistani or they are from other part of the world, what is the message for you, from you to them, so they could be inspired by your story and by your journey?
I think the most important thing in life is dedication to your cause.
So get a good education.
Get a good education, honesty, integrity, and hard work.
And dignity.
And dignity.
And decency.
And decency.
And civility.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
So what you really said, very well said there, Dr. Siddiqui. We appreciate what you said. To be the best you can be, to exploit your fullest potential, to get a good education, and be a lifelong learner.
There is a factor of about maybe 10 to 15% of your luck as well, and the timing. But I think it's your hard work which takes you places.
But luck is another name for hard work.
Absolutely, it comes with it.
Yeah, and you said very well that if you work hard, people appreciate your hard work in this country, and so this is the greatest country on the earth.
I think as far as social justice is concerned, as far as equality is concerned, I think still United States is the best country in the world, and it is due to the forefathers of this country and the Constitution that has made this country great.
And there's a check and balance.
Absolutely.
There's a freedom of press, which is the cornerstone of our democracy.
And the division of power. I mean, their distribution of power, the way they have done it.
Check and balance.
Absolutely.
So I want to talk to you a little bit about how do you motivate and how do you tell the people in Pakistan, the audience, and the people who are struggling to get into the residency program in the United States?
Well, frankly speaking, before 9/11, it was I'll give you an example. The Pakistani graduates and the Indian graduates, for instance, or South Asian graduates, they were almost at par coming to the United States. They used to pass their exams, and they used to apply, go to the American embassy in their own cities.
They got the visa and came to the United
consulates.
States.
They got the visa, and they came to the United States. They interviewed, and there were a lot of places available at that time as well in residencies. They used to get in. After 9/11, for especially Pakistanis, there was a problem, and the problem was of security and checkings, which the administration used to do in Pakistan. So what happens is the residency starts on July 1st every year, and the residents have to be here by 15th of June. What happened was that they used to interview and get into residencies. They get their J1. Usually they come on J1 or H1 visa, and they used to go back home.
J1 is exchange visa.
J1 is exchange sponsorship visa,
right.
Where the only limit is that after 7 years of training, you have to go back to your country for 2 years, and then you can come back to the United States after that.
Then you can convert that into permanent residence.
Then you can convert, and you have to serve in an underserved area.
Okay.
So what happened was that at that time, the administration in the consulates and the embassies, they were taking a very long time, and usually the residents would not make it on the 15th of June or after that to the United States, and so even the residency program, the United States basically stopped getting Pakistani residents. This changed in 2005 and 6.
When President Obama came into the power.
Obama came into power.
2008.
No, I'm talking about 2006 and 7. What
George
happened was
W. Bush was still president.
Yes, okay. The Association of Pakistani Physicians of North America, APTA.
Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about that, their roles, their responsibility, and how they're helping people. So we'll get to that. So please continue your conversation, Dr. Siddiqui.
But now it is that after, I mean, a lot of we have helped a lot of physicians And I'm amazed at the scores in the USMLE examinations of Pakistanis. 99%, 97%,
which is pretty high.
91%, which is really very high. And they are deserving candidates. And I think things are getting better, and they will improve with time.
You're looking at the brighter horizon.
Absolutely.
But there are 3 levels of exams, and there's a level 1, level 2, level 3. So can you tell us a little bit about to the audience what they are?
First is the USMLE Part 1, then there is the Part 2, then there is the OSCE where they check your skills. And for that, you have to come to US.
Okay.
And that is the difficult part, because for that, you need a B1 visa to come to US and give the examinations and then go back and come back for the interviews. So that's the problem.
I want to talk a little bit about what APNA is doing when we come back, and what kind of things they're doing to help. And I know it's not a political, you do not get politically engaged, but you need to engage politically to talk to the lawmakers is about the advantages of having those foreign doctors coming to our show from Pakistan. So I want to talk to you. We'll be back in a minute.
अब आपका होगा अपना घर, सपना घर। Your dreams can come true. SAI mortgage is key for you. अपना घर खरीदने और रीफाइनेंस करवाने के लिए SAI mortgage से राब्ता करें।
Don't make a move without SAI.
We are back with Dr. Talha Siddiqui. We were talking to Dr. Talha Siddiqui about his education and his upbringing in Pakistan, and also he was able to realize and attain and achieve the American dream. What a wonderful and successful journey. But it's America that provided you the letters of opportunity to succeed.
Absolutely.
It's America's kindness and generosity those are the values and the strength and qualities of America that all of us can proudly and truly embrace.
Absolutely, and all of us basically do, yes.
Very good, and which will continue on that path forward. You mentioned in our conversation a minute ago about APNA. So what I'd like you to do is to tell the audience what APNA stands for, what does it do, how does it help the community, and how do you lobby your organization with the Congress and the other places. It's just not the U.S. House, but it's also the Senate as well.
Association of Pakistani Physicians of North America is...
it's called APNA.
It's called APNA. It is a 501(c) organization, which is a non-profit organization. And it was solely made for the purpose of academic and basically awareness of medical knowledge to the community as well and to the doctors as such. It is now also a social organization in the sense that they have meetings all over the United States. APNA basically is gradually moving towards a greater role basically in the community. When immigrants usually, the doctors who came here and they organized and it was called APNA, they were basically in the struggling phase. But now most of the doctors basically have come off that, and they are either retired or semi-retired, or a younger generation, and a lot of Pakistanis have come to the United States, and now they are also well settled. So APNA basically has a lot of programs. Number one, our advocacy basically is for doctors, and for doctors who are in Pakistan. And for instance, we were talking about the J1 issue. Advocacy has been done since 2006 on this issue.
So they advocate on behalf of the
J1
people.
physicians.
Okay.
Absolutely. And
from Pakistan.
Yes, legal help, and apart from that.
What about the scholarship and the fellowship for the financial hardship that the people doctors
One other thing was, I'll give you an example. When I came to United States, and I'm from middle class, and a lot of physicians from Pakistan are from who are doctors. They are from villages also, and when they come here, they don't have a support system. They never used to have a support system. So from the alumni level, I am also the executive director of Dow Graduate Association of North America, which is the largest alumni in APNA. So about 3 years back, we started.
And what does the Dow stand for, sir?
It actually the name was Sir Hugh Dow.
Okay.
He was the governor of Sindh province.
Okay.
And he inaugurated Dow Medical College in 1940s.
So that's how you inherited the name.
Absolutely. And the foundation.
So how does the APNA can help the people in the community and the aspiring graduate from Pakistan to come to United States and help them out?
So what we are doing is, number one is our help for attaining the J1 visa quickly. We have worked on basically shortening the time for the administrative processing in Pakistan, and so they can come here on time and start their residencies. We have actually also involved the residency program directors in the United States, so that they know that if there is any problem, they can also approach us, and basically the candidates can also approach us.
So you have,
and for that we had to do lobbying.
Of course,
you know, nothing happens in the United States without lobbying and without money.
That's how the democracy flourishes.
Absolutely.
And democracy works. So you also have immigrant lawyers that can help them also to go through the process also.
Yes, and this year actually a lot of legal help was done for the physicians, and a lot of them basically got their visas and they came to the United States. You are not just helping one doctor, you are helping an entire family, here and back home as well.
That's a good way to put it.
And also APNA basically has loan programs. So physicians who come here they, you know, the dollar from Pakistani rupees, it's I think 106 or 107 rupees to a dollar.
It is that much now?
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
So when they come to United States, you know, they're financially, you know, they are in dire states.
Oh, because the fact the conversion
rate is so high. And you know what? I'll give you my example.
Please do
when
so.
I told my father that I've passed my exams and I want to go to the
headed
US,
to the United States.
He said, okay, fine, I'll get you the ticket. And there used to be a See America ticket at that time.
Right.
But you get the See America ticket and you go to about you can go to about 20 cities or as many as you want.
Okay.
So that was about $700 at that time, and the ticket was, I think, the same amount. So he gave me those two, and he said, this is it. I said, okay. That is what I came to the United States with. And after 1 year, when I went back, my father said, you have to return the money. And I returned the money.
Oh, of course you did.
But I was from middle class. But there are a lot of, you know, they don't even go to good schools there in Pakistan, but they make it to the medical school. And these guys are the one who should be helped. And we have a loan program So
they can get a loan also?
Absolutely.
From the APNA organization?
We started, the Dow Graduate Association of North America, Dugana, started this program about 4 years back. And APNA has also started this program now about 2 years back. And the loan I can talk to you from Dow perspective. What we do is, this is a loan, interest-free.
Interest-free.
They take the loan.
And they return the money back after they graduate, after they can earn some money.
Absolutely. But if they do not get into a residency program, or if they drop out, or they go back to Pakistan, the loan is written off.
Okay.
And apart from that, there are scholarships. We are giving scholarships to all the. APNA consists of many alumni. Dow Medical College, King Edward, Nishtar, Allama Iqbal.
And they're all in Pakistan, these colleges?
Sindh Medical. Yes, they're all in Pakistan. And scholarships are given from the alumni platform as well as from the APNA platform.
So who contributes to the scholarship program?
Doctors.
The doctors.
Doctors.
That's a wonderful thing to do, to serve the humanity, to serve the community.
And you know how it started? A doctor from Nishtar Medical College. He was retiring and he donated $1 million. And from that, everybody contributed.
So this is what all started.
It's one person who starts the job and the rest will take it. So
Dr. Siddiqui, tell the audience how do they get hold of the people in APNA and either yourself or any point of contact if they have some questions.
APNA has a website, apna.org. Anybody can go on that website. They have different programs there. They have their different scholarship programs. You can basically go and apply there. And if you are a deserving candidate, you will get the loan or the scholarship.
Well, that's a wonderful. Is there any limit how much money they can get and how many scholarship you can dispense?
I don't want to go into the nitty-gritty, but yes, there is.
Okay,
there is.
I'm sure there is. When we come back in about a minute, I want to talk about the political system in Pakistan and United States. What's the similarity between the two, and what sets them apart? So please wait for a few minutes, and I'll be right back.
Sure.
We'll be back in a minute.
अब आपका होगा अपना घर सपना घर। Your dreams can come true. SIA
SAI Mortgage is key for you.
अपना घर खरीदने और रीफाइनेंस करवाने के लिए SAI Mortgage से राब्ता करें।
Don't make a move without SCI.
We're back with Dr. Talha Siddiqui. Thank you very much, Dr. Siddiqui, to talking to us and shedding some lights on some of the things that you mentioned about APNA. I wanted to shift the gears and talk to you a little bit about the political engagement. Why the community should be involved, engaged in politics, and what's the difference in the political system in United States compared to Pakistan. As you know, the United States is the oldest democracy in the world. And the democracy flourishes, it creates a common cause when we get engaged.
Well, Frank, I'll answer your second question first, and then I'll go to the second part.
Okay.
To the first part. The political system in Pakistan is very different from the United States. First of all, we tried to copy the British parliamentary system. So it is about candidates and it is about fights between individuals, number one. Number two, Pakistan is still, to a very large extent, a feudal society. So, maneuvering between the feudals, and sometimes also the army had to intervene in Pakistan. And for instance, like my entire youth Ziaul Haq was actually at that time, and he's a dictator. So he was a dictator. So at that time, United States is a very old democracy. Britain is a very old democracy. And so it was very different. When I came to United States and I landed here from Pakistan at that time, I was jubilant because I thought I have come to a free society, freedom of expression, freedom of thought,
freedom of
which
press.
is actually there ingrained in the constitution of Pakistan, but nobody follows it. So it is a very different. The only thing which I got surprised when I came here in the beginning was about when you have to donate money to the candidates. To the candidates.
Yes.
And that surprised me. I said, we have to donate money to the candidates? Yeah, you have to, and it is all legal, and you have to do it. So that's what surprised me in the beginning. But I think that's the way it is here, and we should. Our community. The problem is the first immigrants who have come here. They are still hardwired. Their politics and their political thinking and their vision from Pakistan, and they are divided. They are divided into ethnic communities. They are divided. They can't work together that much. That's what I have seen in the United States, and I'm surprised that it is still going on. What has changed, and what I have found has changed, is our next generation. My kids, your kids, and others who go to college, they do not believe.
They will change the landscape.
They will definitely change it, and the reason for that being is that they have no clue about what is ethnicity. They go and they get along with everyone. They are confident. They are bold, and they know how to represent our community.
So, talking about the community, what do you think is important to the community? What do they lack?
I told you as well, cohesiveness. We do not have a single organization which basically should be there to represent everyone, an umbrella organization.
To represent everyone from every ethnic background, belief from Pakistan.
From Pakistan.
From South Asia in general.
South Asia. I believe personally that a lot of fundraising for the candidates takes place through it's a Muslim community or it's candidate. I personally think we should spread out and involve other communities as well and do it. That will be more forceful. That will be more effective.
We are Americans.
We are all Americans. We are all Americans. And my kids, for instance, or your kids and the kids in the next generation, they think that way. We don't still.
So as I just gave a speech at JFK Library, as you know, President Kennedy was very proud of his Irish immigrant roots, and he wrote a book called Nations of Immigrants in 1958. And he says that the immigrants keep our hope alive, allows us to explore the new frontier.
Absolutely.
And you said it very, very eloquently, your expression was the same way. We are in this together. We need to expand our horizon beyond this Pakistani and South Asian community to bring them together for political engagement. Absolutely. In addition to political engagement, what about the personal engagement and civic engagement? Civic engagement is a very key.
It is, and I can just tell you about APNA. In the last 2 to 3 years, the awareness has dawned upon Apna as well that they should involve the community. So now food pantry program has been started throughout the United States. The local chapters of Apna, which are there in all the states almost, basically are supplying monies for food, financial help, and soup program, food program. So there is an awareness
They're
now.
serving the community by
Community.
providing the food. And regardless of who
Absolutely.
people are.
Regardless.
Wonderful thing to do. You represent the best of our humanity.
Thank you very much, but I think it's the organization and it is joint
Well,
effort.
you're part of the organization.
I am part of the organization. It's joint effort.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Siddiqui, for your time.
Thank you very much,
for a
Frank.
wonderful conversation.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank
And
you.
Please keep up the good work and be the best you can be.
Thank you.
So this is Frank Islam wishing you a great week, and thank you for watching.